Okay, right. Hang on a second, just checking the volume. Yeah, everything looks okay. Might turn it down just a little bit. Hold on a second. Good morning everyone. Good morning and welcome. Hang on. Yeah, it's a bit loud. Turn that down there. Turn down the master volume ever so slightly. Right, and there we go. Hi! So good morning and welcome everyone. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. Over here, I'm quite chill. I just got back from the dog walk, so we popped over to the pet shop and picked up some bits for Lulu. I had some breakfast, I had a wash, and yeah, I'm here to start the day. So what's the game plan? Right, so today I'll be starting the next bullshittery. I'm quite itching to get on with it, really, and last night I transferred over quite a lot of footage for a game that I'm not going to mention yet. So I moved it from the long-term storage device, the NAS, where I store all of the live streams, and it's now on my, well, it's not on one of my SSDs because I don't have enough room on the SSD, weirdly. It's actually on another hard drive, which isn't super slow, but it's not super quick either. But it shouldn't matter too much. If push comes to shove, I can just move the files onto the SSD that I need. Regardless, the point is, I've got some footage available, and I'm going to start looking at it and picking pieces and generally just sort of arranging them. The good news is, it's one of the projects that I did before. I've already done a couple of videos for this project, therefore I've already got a master file, and that master file has quite a few clips good to go. I do want to do a bit more scrubbing on this video type though, simply because there's a good opportunity to do so, really. Before you get into the weeds of the keyframing, it's just good to go through and pick fresh moments from fresh streams, really. So that's what I'm doing. So early days, assembling a video is what I need to start doing today. Although, in addition, I need to do some other... Yeah, so I've got quite a bit of tax stuff to do. It surprised me just how much I've sent off some stuff to the accountant. But yeah, I've got lots to do. That's going to take some time. But at least the deadline isn't for like another 4 weeks or so. But all the same, I might have to stop and start the project periodically to appease the tax man, as it were. Yeah. How are you all doing? So, yes, I'm not sure what I'm doing this morning. I'm just sort of dropping into Kerbal in the hopes that perhaps the hooks of it can take hold again. I'm in a little bit of a spacey mood. So, yeah, I was going to go see what Jeff is doing over on Ike. Jeff, is it Jeff the Miner? We got like a drill thing. I think I damaged Jeff, didn't I? Stuff like that. So, the continuation of our moon base exploration stuff. And good morning, Zamrabbit. And thank you, Velenon. And thank you, Logan, if you're still there. Thank you. Right. Oh, thank you, Sneaky Kitten of Doom, for the raid there. Welcome indeed. I do this every year. Sort of, Umlaut. Sort of. I've got to do, like, more stuff. There's homework, basically. Tax-related homework. So, yay. Right. Cool. Anyway, so let me just go over to the tracking station to see what's going on, see what the haps is. Right, also I'm just going to pour myself a quick drink. One moment. So, yeah, welcome to Kerbal Space Program. So, sorry, for some reason I don't have the music. For some reason, 1 minute. I'll just put some on. That's a fish. 1 minute. Let's go with this one. A bit too loud. There we go. Put that down there. Yes, to the left you can see the bum of a warm French bulldog. She's flopped her face entirely onto the radiator. She's managed to find a new arse curve on that sofa, which is good. I flipped over the cushions and she got super confused. But now she's found her own fresh arse curve and she's making it hers again. But she's got her face pressed against the hot radiator because she loves it. She loves a nice warm radiator. Right. Bloody hell, Zam. Why were you awake until 6 in the morning? Fucking hell. Right, hang on a second. I'm doing my taxes and I'm done. You're editing yourself, says Ilio. You have to ask, do you really edit in 60 frames on the videos? Well, the videos are 60 frames a second wherever I can, though. But I don't edit every frame, Elio. That's a bit of a... There was that video essay that talked about the process. A bit of a misnomer. I edit as many frames as are needed, really, to make smooth motion. So sometimes that's 60 frames in a scene, but that's kind of uncommon. That's not a very common thing at all. Really, I just got, when it comes to the manual keyframing, you just need to animate to compensate for motion. So if the if the character isn't moving, or they're moving in a very simple straight line, well, you only need a couple of keyframes there, don't you? Oh, hang on. Obviously, the shame for failing at Pyro. Well, you tried. Sorry, that sounds incredibly condescending. You did try. Although, Zamrabbit, if it happens again, I want to parrot that advice that someone else gave. What's that? I don't know what it's called. What's that weapon that the Pyros shoot at me that sets me on fire? There's like a fast-firing, long-range weapon that the Pyros use to deal with scouts. I can't remember what it's called, though. All I know is it's the "oh god, I'm suddenly on fire" weapon. Maybe you consider trying to get that? Yeah, so last night when we were playing Team Fortress, Zamrabbit was just chasing me around as I was a scout, and she stood no chance of getting within weapons range, and I was just pelting her with my little festive, I don't know what they're called, like the little festive balls that the scout can hit to do damage over time. Right. Hi there, Queenie. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So I just, well, I would play the game offline anyway, so a few years ago I just started streaming it because I thought, why not? As in, if I was playing Armor or whatever, I'd just be playing it and recording it offline. May as well just play it online and record it at the same time. Footage can be useful in the bullshitteries. This, though, not so much. Welcome to Kerbal. So, here is my, where is it? Here's my space center over here, so the map you were previously looking at. If you're not familiar with Kerbal Space Program, it's effectively a simulation game where you play as NASA, or an equivalent of NASA, on this alien planet of Kerbal. Kerbal? Kerbin. Is it Kerbin or Kerbal? Kerbin. Yeah. And, no, Kerbal Space... Fuck, whatever. We are the Kerbals. It's Kerbin, isn't it? That's the one. So, yes, we are launching probes, we're launching shuttles, we're launching, well, satellites, whatever's needed, really. We're basically doing what NASA does, and we're sending missions off into the Kerbal system, and, yeah, exploring things like Mars and Mercury and Venus, all with their own unique names. So I'm just looking at, what am I looking at? It's just some random old probe that I launched. So if I double-click on it, I can start the simulation just for that object. Thank you, Kilimanjaro. Thank you, Kiliman. Ah, yes, of course. This is when I did a quick test to see if I could intercept a rock, and it turns out the answer is yes, I could. I then decided to deorbit it to see if it would do anything cool, but sadly it doesn't. It doesn't cause any cool explosions, which I was incredibly disappointed with. I wanted to make a fancy impact event and see a big explosion, but nothing. It just goes on the floor, and then that's it. Rubbish. Thank you, Keanu, and that stupid peanut. Thank you very much. Right, let's go back to the tracking station. So there's a few things that I wanted to do. Well, there's a couple of things that I'm exploring right now. Dres and Mars. Duna. So Duna is Mars, and Dres is Ceres, the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt in the real world. Hang on a second. So if I zoom out. So what exactly was I doing over at Duna? We do have a team over at Duna. So Duna's higher up in orbit. There it is over there. In fact, pretty soon is the transfer to both Duna and Dres if I wanted to send missions. Okay. So, let's have a look. Zooming in. Right. Welcome to Duna. Okay. So, we've got lots of smaller missions all over. Yeah, some probes that I landed first. Oh yes, I remember. I was doing a scan, wasn't I? Like an altitude scan. And I determined... Oh, and a biome scan. And I determined that I had put the base in a very awkward location. So the moon base is... the Duna base is down there. It's awkward because it's on a weird inclination and it's in a deep crater, which is pretty piss. I should have gone for a high altitude place for the sake of... Like this mountain there. Is it that mountain? There's a really high altitude mountain and it's fairly close to the equator. It would have been way more efficient to put the station down there. Is that it there? I've marked all the biomes now, haven't I? So there's still plenty of science to do. Let me just go down to the Duna base. Duna plane. Is it on the base? I need to give them a replacement space plane, don't I? Oh, of course. I remember. We sent the space plane over to Jeff. So Jeff is the... What's Daisy? What are you? Hang on. Daisy MK1? What's Daisy? The fuck? Who is this? 1 minute. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember exactly what I was doing, like in November. I made this? Bill's on board. What's this? Oh, of course. Daisy was being sent over to Jeff. Is it a replacement? What was Daisy for? Why did we call it Daisy? Oh, of course. I remember. So we've already sent a mission up in preparation for the Duna intercept. It's going to be the vessel that's going to go to and from the surface of Ike to meet Jeff. So Jeff is going to get the fuel. Jeff is just the name of a probe. So Jeff is going to get the fuel on Ike, and then Daisy is the milk cow. So Daisy goes up and down from the surface of Ike, delivering the fuel. So that's what all of these tanks were. Okay. And Bill is an engineer because I fucked up and I damaged a piece of Jeff, didn't I? And we have no way of fixing it without sending an engineer. That's what's going on here. Okay. So we're sending Daisy. So remember to transfer Daisy. She's got 2,723 Delta V for the journey, so that should be fine. Still got, holy shit, still got the Kerbal engine. Thank you, Ashina Min? Thank you, Ashina Min. Thank you very much. Okay then. Sorry, why do I still have that on? Not sure. I'll leave it on for now. Looks cool. Right. Did I pack repair kits for Bill? Did I pack repair kits? I did. Quite a few of them. Okay. They're definitely repair kits? Yes, they are. Sweet. Okay, then. So we're sending a repair mission. Well, we're sending the... So hang on a second. What about the space plane? Are we sending a replacement space plane? Because if I go back to the tracking station... While I'm thinking about it, maybe I should also consider sending a segment of a future space station that's going to land on Duna. So hang on. So there's Jeff. Let's go see Jeff. So I believe Jeff is at the same location as the space plane, which arrived only to find that the two people aboard were incapable of moving the grappling hook, which is what transfers the fuel. Not being engineers. Whoa, uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, thank fuck for that. Okay. Yeah, so here's Jeff with damaged wheels. Why did it have damaged wheels? I cocked up somehow, didn't I? And we're on this awkward... So yes, welcome to Ike, sorry. This is Ike, this is the moon, the only moon of Duna. So Duna is on the other side of the moon right now. So we're here to mine resources, which Jeff can do, but Jeff lacks the nose cone necessary to transfer the fuel. So a grappling hook, which is over there. Okay. So, the space plane here has Daphla and Jebediah awaiting the refueling operation. I see. Thank you, Nate the Great and Farinir. Thank you, both of you. Okay, so I'm remembering this bit. So send the repair mission, that's fine. Maybe we should also consider sending that piece of a space, of a space station. I do, Scarthy. Thank you very much, Scarthy. I saw that you... Yes, I needed to send you a thank you message. Thank you for the patch for armor. I think it's very cool. Alas, I don't know how to make it yet, as in assign it to the character, but I'm sure I can work it out. Thank you very much, Scarthy. Thank you. Okay. So... What should I do now? Should I build something or wait for the transfer window? Also, what am I doing with Drez? There's no manned mission there currently. Why do I have a plane on the moon with no atmosphere? So the plane is designed to go to and from Ike and Duna, but it's not very good at doing that. Hence the refuel operation that we're doing here. Okay. Right, so let's go back to the Duna. Yeah, so let me have a look at the Duna base and look at the older technology that I sent, and then figure out exactly what we would need to send if we were launching a replacement station. So hang on. So let's go back to so that's the Duna plane waiting on Ike. Where's the Duna base? Should be probably higher up, isn't it? Duna base 1. There we go. So this base contains scientists who are processing all of the research that we're getting back. Why are you making noises, sweetie? Not you. You're a fish. You. You trying to get my attention? What are you trying to get my attention for? Is it because you want a biscuit? How dare you think that you can just make a funny noise and get a biscuit? Ah, dear. Yeah, she's a happy girl. Right. Thank you, that Esco guy. Thank you very much, that Esco. Okay. So, welcome to the Duna base. Let me just switch over to sunrise? Warp to sunrise. So we're down in a crater, and it's not very good, to be honest. It's a bit of a shite location. I've also done most of the science in this area, as far as I know. Not that we can actually move around easily, what with us being so frickin' down in the middle of nowhere. What have we got? Science, 252 units remaining. Data, yeah, still loads of data to process. So right now, Scientist Bob. Yep, you're continuing research. Okay, yeah, so the Duna base is continuing its research. Now, the reason I came down here was... So, if I were to send a replacement Duna base, we would need a Science Junior. We don't necessarily need a Hitchhiker storage yet. Unless defined by an alternate mission. Okay, we would also need... Yeah, so we definitely need a Convertitron. Yeah, we could do like a side-facing one. It doesn't have to be on its top like this, especially if it's going to be a permanent installation. This is horribly awkward. So I attached this to the top because we lack sufficient solar energy, because we didn't have the really, really decent solar power things at the time. Only these little shitty ones. Yeah. Okay. So Science Junior module is... Science module is really what we need. Okay. So did this thing land with... Okay, hang on. It's got really big landing struts. Did it land with... How did this land? Presumably it came down on its thrusters. A combination of chutes. I must have moved the chutes. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's go back to the Space Center. Right. But yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's okay. So today, sorry for the people just joining the stream, I'll be cracking on with the newest bullshittery. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. I've only just moved the footage overnight, from the long-term storage device that I've got. So I'm going to go through the footage, the live stream footage, and start assembling it into a bullshittery. So very early days. I'm also unfortunately distracted by some adult homework right now in the form of tax stuff. Hooray! Oh, what's that? Yeah. Oh wow. What do you want? No. She thinks she's being invited to sit on my lap. No, got to do the stream. Oh yeah, she kicked the fish on the floor. Are you going to be like this when we get an alternate puppy? When we get another one? Are you going to kick it to the floor and be a diva? I know you will. Stupid camera. Silly sausage. Maybe at some point. Yeah, I would like to. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? You know, to get a younger one as she's getting older. Keep her company and all that. Keep me company. Thank you, Fenrir. And Grishnag, thank you. She's 5. Time flies. Yeah. Right. Okay, so let's go to the vehicle assembly. Well, first let's check mission control. Do I have any missions to send anything to Duna? So finish construction of a rover on the surface of Dres. Plant a flag on Ike. Oh, really? Well, just have Jeb get outside. Okay. Explore Eve. Gather surface-deployed mystery goo observations from the surface of Dres. That would require a manned mission to Dres. That's also that's also something that we can do. Wouldn't say it's a priority, but something we can do. Complete the Duna 3 course. What's this? Flyby of Dres, Ike, and Duna. Whew. Tricky mission. With just a probe, though? Oh, it shouldn't be a problem if it's just a probe. Huh. Science data from space around Duna. Yeah, that can be done. How long do we have for that? Expires in... Oh no, that's just when it's unavailable. Yeah, accept. Science data from the surface of Ike. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay, so we have no mission to deploy a station on the surface of Duna since we already have one. Never mind. I do simply want a new operating base anyway. So let's go to the vehicle assembly building and start making one. Okay. Is Sai in the chat? Hi there, Sai. Hope you're very well. I know, Tovik, time flies. What happened to that tiny, tiny puppy? Now she's a fat lump who eats all my food. Talking about you. Talking about you. Fat lump who eats all my food. Fat lump. Fat lump who eats all my food. She's a happy girl. Far too spoilt. We went to the pet shop this morning and she got some treats and some lovies. Silly dog. Right. Okay then, so let's think about a Duna base. Not strictly essential, but I would like to do it nonetheless. So, is it going to be... Well, it's going to be manned, obviously, but we're going to automate it down to the surface. Okay, so let's put a... What's the most expensive probe unit that we have? Maybe not the most expensive is what we need. Something lightweight. Well, that's not necessarily lightweight. 1 minute. How big is the... Yeah, so let's build this around the science module frame. Okay. And which way is it going to sit? On its tail? No. Hang on. Cargo, utility, hitchhiker storage. Sorry, where am I trying to find this science module? Here it is. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that could do. So that is, yeah, so this is its probe control unit with a reaction wheel mounted in it. So that means it will spin, so there's a weight inside which will spin, rotate rapidly, generating torque, which lets us turn the vessel on command. Okay, so what is so there's the center, hang on, whoops. Do I want it above or below? Probably does matter. Yeah, put it there. I think that will give me more control. The closer the RCS wheel is to the center of gravity, the more control we'll have. Okay. My dog cam failed. Yeah. I don't know. Oh no, what's that? Something went wrong. What is that, sorry? Oh, is it the... Strange, is that the stream notification? What is it, the sub notification? Wow. Never seen that before. Hang on. Weird. Okay. Should I switch that off for now? Strange. Sorry, I can't explain that. I've no idea what that is. Thank you, Kyrus and Duckslayer. You smell indeed. And thank you, Fenrir and Grish. Thank you. The ants. Oh, the ants are doing very well. I'll tell you about the ants in a bit. Shit, I should have prepared that video. I didn't put it in a position where I could show it to you. I'll tell you in a bit. Let me just focus on this. Yeah, the ants are doing very well. Okay, so never mind about the Science Junior module because the space plane is going to mount that one, along with most of the science things. So actually, as weird as this is going to sound, just completely forego them. Don't even put these on here because the space plane is going to do that. Thank you, Nagel Farah and Saf. Thank you, both of you. All right. So ignore the rest of this. So what are we doing? Which way is this going to sit? Okay. Let's get robotic arms. I can't remember where everything is, sorry. Here they are. Landing struts. What flavour landing strut? Probably going to need the big chunky ones. So put those there. So this is what I'm thinking. We turn it on its side. We arrive and then we just go thunk straight down. And then it stays there. Or should we have it on wheels? Why have it on wheels? No, just plop it straight down. Okay. Big chunky landing struts. Oh, I didn't actually put it in symmetrical mode. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So that will just plop it straight down and then, yeah. That will be the main body of our base. So in addition, we're going to need... have a control area there. Put the door on the top, so this will be its back, and then we definitely needed to give have sizable solar arrays side by side here, like there. So it will look like that. But they kind of block each other, don't they? Further down there. All right. Is that going to be enough when it's on full transmit and everything? Speaking of transmit, it's going to need some sort of an antenna. Communitron. Give it a couple just in case. Put one there. These are relays, aren't they? What's that? Is that direct or a relay? Direct. Yeah. No, that's too big. That should be... Oh, no, wait. High gain. There we go. Oh, type relay. No. Communitron. Direct 100G. Yeah, put a big dish on there. There we go. Okay. I'd seen me play Project Zomboid. What are my thoughts on it? Yeah, pretty good. It's interesting to see an open world survival game with a strong emphasis placed on the PvE rather than using the PvE as a backdrop for the PvP. So yeah, I found it quite interesting. Or if I had to sort of put a gun to my head, and I personally prefer having the interesting encounters with other players. But maybe that's just my nostalgia for the days of DayZ speaking. Mainly because other players can be way more unpredictable and interesting than just AI. Okay. Should I put one of these nuclear things? Nah, we don't need one of those, do we? Okay. So what else should we give it? Probably some fuel storage tanks and maybe some monopropellant storage tanks. Again, empty, purely to exist as additional storage. Okay. Oh, of course, I forgot the mining operation. This thing will need to mine fuel. Okay, so, and how's it going to land? Think about this. Just fold these up for a second. Retract. Retract. Okay. Right. Just place down a couple of emergency solar panels, sort by size. So these ones are purely in the event that I've fucked up and I haven't opened up solar panels, then at least it can generate some energy. Okay. Thank you, Cheese and Chive. Thank you very much, Cheese and Chive. Thank you. Right. Good point. Yeah, if it's coming in for an atmospheric entry, does it need a heat shield? Depends if I'm aerobraking. Actually, that's a good question. Am I aerobraking? That's going to be quite unpredictable. I need to land this predictably. So that means an incredibly high oh god. I'm landing this on a mountain. I mean, it's a big mountain. So, forget aerobraking. We're not doing that. We're coming down in an incredibly high angle of attack, which means a hard engine burn, which means I've got to make sure that its thrust to weight is decent. Okay. Parachutes will help, but not by much. The atmosphere of Duna is incredibly wispy, especially at the top of this fucking mountain. Okay. Separate it into mining base and research base missions instead of trying to land this behemoth. That's possible. We can do that. That's certainly something we can do. In fact, we could always like launch a version of Jeff that will just land next to it. Yeah, that can be done. What's preferable? What is preferable? You'll see in a bit, Cyborg. One thing at a time then. So from the top. So yes, it's got a control unit, fuel tank. So let's add its fuel tank for its landing stage. I need to check my notes to find out exactly what it's gonna take. So fuel tank too small. Let's go bigger. Actually, sorry. Come back to this. So ignore the engines. Command and control. I've already got a reaction wheel up there. Are we using RCS? No. Ignore that. This thing will not use RCS. Robotics, ignore that. Coupling. Give it some options. So Clampatron Junior will be... So we'll have a Clampatron Junior and just a normal one, so we can mix and match. There we go. And then we'll have a Clampatron regular on that side there. For this reason, raise these up, actually. So that's where additional... Oops, that's the downward legs, isn't it? So it needs to go over here. So they open that way. Oops, no, I fucked up. Okay. So we shouldn't need to worry about ladders, considering the gravity on Duna will be so low. Okay. So... Payload, no, we don't have to worry about that. Aerodynamics, no, not really. What about radiators? Only if we're including the mining assembly part of it. Okay, we'll make the mining assembly a different piece, shall we? And we'll have it attach on the side, or just like be a Jeff unit. Thank you, Zyke. Yeah, fuck it, we'll deploy a Jeff. We've already got a Jeff ready to go, so it shouldn't be too difficult to just launch a second Jeff. Okay. Communication's good. Science don't need. Utility. Can I... Wait, is there room for storage? Oh, hang on. Yeah, putting down some science modules might be wise. What's that? Should I put in some storage? Science... Jeff is the name of a mining drone. Nah, going overboard here. Leave it, leave it. Okay. Sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. No, I think I'm okay. No, I'm not. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, what about power? Right, let's give it... Big battery on the top there. In fact, no, screw that. Battery's flanked here. I'm going to sneeze again. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. We'll put them on the underside. So, batteries here. Cool. I think we're good. Oh yeah, put some lights just for the cool factor. So dome lights, spotlights. Spotlights down here. This door gets blocked anyway. It's fine. Okay. And what will they look like? I can always modify them later. Yeah, just put some lights so as we go down. What about some just illuminators around the place so people working can see what the fuck they're doing, especially at night? So turn those on. Yeah. And I can always just have an engineer modify them and move them around if I don't like their placement. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. RCS points? We shouldn't need any. This thing is just going to land and then plop down and then sit there. So I need to make sure that the placement is perfect. So what about chutes? So that's a large parachute. I mean, honestly, I think a chute might be stupid. The altitude that we're landing on, it's not going to help. Nevertheless, I'll put it there anyway. Why not? Okay, so retract this and then give it a save. So this is Duna Base MK2 Foundation. First unit of the Mountain Duna Base. Okay, save. Now then, let's have a look at my notes. 1 second. Sleepy, sleepy dog. She looks a bit possessed. Right. So, Duna. Let's look at my previous missions. Here we go. So, Duna. So, I found that it takes about 5,000 Delta V to orbit low on Duna without aerobraking, which means using the atmospheric resistance to slow you down. To transfer, Duna should be slightly ahead of Kerbin, since Kerbin is lower. It catches up to Duna. It costs around 650 Delta V from pro-grade leave of Kerbin's gravity well at optimal transfer, 1,800 Delta V if you fuck it up and go retrograde of Kerbin. So it's clearly at some point I fucked up and I've put it in my notes. Aerobraking at 24 kilometers was immediately effective with an inflatable heat shield, took us right down to a landing uncontrolled. 29 kilometers got me into orbit with an inflatable heat shield. Anything higher than that, too wispy, don't bother. Okay. So what's this? Duna landing learnings. Heat shields are only needed for aerobraking moves. They're pointless on a landing since the atmosphere is so wispy. Also, don't rely on it to bring you down. It's so low, but by the time you're on it, it's barely helping. Treat it like a moon. Okay. Up the parachutes to 3 kilometers in order to launch early, but even then, they'll launch quite late. Use way more SAS than I think I'll need, or even RCS, for the atmosphere will stop me from turning effectively, and you may just nosedive. Oh, okay. Thank you past me. So maybe I should use RCS. The atmosphere will stop me from turning effectively, and I might nosedive. Is that going to matter for such a steep descent? Okay, let's take past me's advice and put some RCS on there just in case. So for those not familiar, RCS means like a maneuvering thruster, a very simple maneuvering thruster. So I'll mount them onto the top of the station just in case I'm in an uncontrolled fall, and then I can turn it without just spinning a weight inside the vessel. Okay, so sorry, where are my calculations? So 5,000. Okay, so it doesn't specify exactly what I need for the landing. Of course, because I didn't do a thruster-based landing before, did I? We just came down on a chute. No, of course I've done it. I've done it twice to get the other Duna base down. Okay, so more than 5,000 Delta V. Okay. More than 5,000. So, let's try and plan this thing. So sorry, for people listening who aren't sure what I'm talking about. So in order to bring this much mass down to the surface of Duna, we need to slow it down. And to slow it down, we're going to have to burn rockets. Rockets require fuel, which is more weight. So all of it, hang on a second. So if I just, fuck it, just, like put that there, for example. That's a fuel tank. And then put an engine, doesn't matter what it is. You get a calculation down here. So this is 715 Delta V. This simply means the amount of velocity change that we can affect upon this mass. So say we're traveling at, say, 715 meters per second, we can bring ourselves to a complete stop. But after that, that's it. We can only change speed velocity by 715 meters per second. So, depending on how quick we're falling into Duna's atmosphere, basically I need to pack enough fuel to slow down, otherwise we will land just in like several thousand different pieces, which is inconvenient. Okay, so let's have a look then. So let's put down my first fuel tank. So we're building the rocket backwards, so thinking from this, so this is the final section that will land, so pretend that we're landing on Duna. There's a smaller one. So put a fuel tank there. I have a feeling that might be way too small. And let's switch the calculations over to Duna at... Shit. What altitude? What altitude are we landing at? That's a good question. One moment. I don't know. Okay, save this. Sorry, I need to go back to the tracking station. So, we have a very specific target in mind. Let's have a look. So to the tracking station, let's look at the scanned data. In fact, let's switch straight to the satellite on Duna. Here we go. So, there's Duna. And then there should be... Shit, I hope there is. I hope there's an automated satellite, because I have a horrible feeling we might have had Jeb do it aboard the Ike space station, the ISS. Let's have a look. So switch over to the space. So this is a space station that I've got on an equatorial orbit of Duna. It was supposed to go to Ike, but then I just transferred it over to Duna because it's way more useful around the orbit of Duna. Hi there, Lizard Scales. I'm good, thank you. I'm nice and chill. And thank you, Anki Hatney, and Simon Says, and Emily Snow. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you sincerely. Right, so here's the ISS. Now, can I operate its CurbNet from here? Damn, CurbNet is offline because we need an operator. That's annoying. Okay. So the reason I wanted to do that is on the surface of Duna. Where is it? Let's just speed up time. So where's our target site? So is that it? No. That must be it there. I didn't mark it for some reason. So you see that bubble there? That is quite a tall mountain. I presume it's supposed to represent Olympus Mons, the tallest, I think, the tallest mountain in our solar system, in the real world, I think. So it's the tallest mountain we've ever seen, and it's so large that you can actually stand on top of Olympus Mons and not realize you're actually on a mountain, because the slope goes over the curvature of the planet from your position. So the reason that's interesting to me is because it's so high up that could really assist me in getting around the planet with a space plane launching from such a high position. What I need to determine is how high that is. That's what I wanted to scan for. Okay, so let's assume Let's do calculations at around, say, 10,000 meters. Probably. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to eyeball it and say probably around 10,000. So also, just to give you an idea of how inconvenient my existing landing is, look, that's there, quite close, not on it, but close-ish to the equator. This is where me, the dumb fuck that I am, decided to land here in a stupid ditch crater with next to no sun. all the way next to the fucking, almost on the South Pole. There. Not very smart move of me. Right. Back to the tracking station and then back to the VAB. Yes. I'm not sure why, Merbles. I couldn't explain. Maybe there was some fuel down there and I was like, ooh. Shit, I didn't... Wait. I need to do more scans. If I were to land a probe up there, is there fuel on Olympus Mon? Because if there's not, then what the fuck's the point? We're not going anywhere, are we? Oh, thank you, Michaelanius. ZF Michaelanius just did a sub-bomb. Thank you, Michaelanius. I hope you're very well, sir. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you. Sorry, back to Duna. Where is it? I hope there's fuel up there. Otherwise, yeah, this is a total waste of time, really. Well, not a total waste of time, but mostly a waste of time. Do I have a... So, Comsat... can I switch over? Is it here? Duna. No resource data available. Damn, because it's on the space station, on the Ike space station. So what am I going to do? Huh. Okay, well I'm just going to have to launch the mission and hope. If not, then I can just land the station somewhere else, but it would be inconvenient. So sorry, I need a Kerbal to go to the Ike space station and initiate its KerbNet, and then we'll do a manual scan. However, the Kerbal that can do it is Jeb, and he's over here on Ike, and he can't move until he gets the repairs coming from Bill, who is on Daisy, who's coming with the transfer, who's coming with the station. So by the time we figure out if there's resources there, it's already too late. Okay, never mind that. Let's just hope. Who cares? It's taxpayer money. Who gives a shit? Oh, and ZF SWAT Knight is in the chat as well, folks. Hi there, SWAT Knight. Hope you're both A-OK. Right, so back to the VAB. So the new base will orbit Duna until then? Hopefully, Mr. Emu. Hopefully it doesn't stay up there forever. Have I considered putting a fuel station on the space station? Indeed, and that's the purpose of Daisy, or one of the purposes of Daisy. She's already in orbit and ready to go, and Bill is on board as well, waiting for the optimal transfer. So I can send them right now if I wish, but it wouldn't be very efficient. 1 second. Duna. Where is it? Duna base. Here you are. So, let's pretend, so let's just assume we're going to do a mountain landing then. So 5,000 delta V at least is what I'm aiming for. Let's just remember the previous lesson that I jotted down for myself, in that the atmosphere of Duna might prove difficult if we go into a spin. Therefore, I'm going to place down some fuel tanks containing RCS monopropellants. Something small. Don't go crazy. So, think like this big. Nothing prohibitively massive. No, that's the underside. Go up here. Okay. So put these here and here. We can always move these later. No biggie. No biggie. Okay. And then we'll have some oh no, hang on. I don't even necessarily need take off the monopropellant. We can just use Werner, can't we? Werner's so this is a RCS thruster that uses liquid fuel and oxidizer. That's fine. Okay. So pop 4 of these on. These will be for emergency use. Yeah. And again, we can just rip those off and fling those down. We'll have an engineer do that, because they look a bit unsightly. Okay. Thank you, Bluefist34 and Felix. Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you. And thank you, Bluefist. Thank you. Yes, sorry, for the people just passing through the stream, please know that I've taken the last week off to rest and recuperate, and I feel better. I feel very relaxed, and I'm eager to start the next bullshittery. Last night, I transferred some footage for the next bullshittery game. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, and I'm going to start putting it together. It's a lot of footage. So I took it all from the slow speed storage device called the NAS, and moved it all onto an editing hard drive. So it's all ready for me to start putting the pieces together. She's good, thank you, Lizard Scales. This morning she went off to the pet shop and we got some nibbles and she got some attention from the employees at the pet shop. She got some back scratches and some treats from behind the counter. And then I spent some time going... Oh, yes, can I tell you about the ants? Sorry, horribly off topic. So I spent some time in the pet shop just going over the lizard section that they've got, looking at all the crickets and the mealworms and stuff and going, ooh, weird. Just a minor curiosity. Anyway, so the ants are really doing quite well. You know, a couple of streams ago when I put them on the camera, and from the beginning, I have an ant farm, a very small ant farm, with about 15 or so worker ants and a single queen called Queen Millicent. I put them on the camera the other day, only to discover that they were doing something strange. They were hanging out in a different section of the ant farm. Normally they just have one chamber, just a single chamber, where they're all huddled around their queen, not moving. This time though, they were all moving outside that chamber, and they were sort of hugging the sand, the wet sand, and it was wet because I had put some distilled water in there, a few droplets of it just to keep them hydrated. Anyway, the short answer is they took that sand and they built a wall. They actually closed off that chamber from the rest of the ant farm, and they have a second chamber, and the queen has moved into that second chamber. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe the moisture and the warmth was just a little bit more favourable in this new chamber, or maybe they just fancied a change, who knows. But regardless, the queen and her brood now occupy 2 chambers of the ant farm, and it's quite exciting seeing them expand. There's quite a large number of them now. They're growing. In addition, last night I decided to put down a small piece of silver foil with some honey, and I put a bit of honey. Normally I just take like a cotton bud and I just sort of like gently wipe like the body of a mealworm. You know, when I put like an insect in there for them to eat, I just put like a little bit of honey on its thorax, on its abdomen or something, and then I just pop it into the ant farm. But since they were eating all of that honey quite reliably, I decided to put a glob of honey down onto a piece of silver foil, and I placed it down into the ant farm's outworld. A few minutes later, I looked back to discover yesterday that they were really enjoying the honey. And then I looked back again, and I was like, they're really enjoying the honey. Holy shit, they're drowning. 2 of the ants had basically decided that they were going to headbutt the honey until their head was completely engulfed, and then rather than back out, they just went all in. So there were 2 ants that were basically just drowning in honey. Initiate Operation Save the Stupid Ants. And so I lifted up the top of the ant farm, the lid comes off. I took a pair of forceps and some sort of like cable ties, some like wire ties, those little plastic things, snipped the ends off to make a little sort of like spade, I guess, and then started fishing out these idiotic ants, taking away the glob of honey because they're clearly not safe with it. And then they basically spent a while pulling themselves free and then went back inside, probably to be, I don't know, like stories of I was saved by a god. No, you weren't. No, you weren't, Alice. Be quiet. No, I was dying, and then all of a sudden, this enormous holy forceps came out of nowhere and saved me. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Indeed, I put a big drop Rentalope, but maybe it was a bit more than I thought. So it spread out in such a way that it created this puddle of honey, and yeah, they basically started drowning in it. Whoops. Nervous Hawk says, this enormous smelly force out of nowhere. Hey. Anyway. Yeah, they're fine. They're doing very well. It's quite fascinating to see them dig, and, you know, it's like having a little aquarium on your desk. Right, sorry, I'm getting distracted. So, let's switch the calculations of delta V to Duna. Say altitude of about 10 kilometers. Okay, so pressure, oh Jesus. So at surface level, 6.755 kPa, and at 10k, it's only 1.7. I reckon this parachute is going to be a total waste of time. Okay, but nevertheless, let's include it anyway. So, now what I need to consider is the thruster-weight ratio of any engines that I include. So, if I were to put 4 Spider engines, I would have 1,205 delta V, but a thruster weight of 0.24. These things could thrust as hard as possible, and there's no way they're going to slow this down. We need something with a higher than 1 thruster weight, and considering how heavy our angle of attack is going to be, I really think we should go quite considerably over 1 thruster weight. I think we need at least like 4 or 5, because I might need to slow this down like right fucking now before it smashes into the mountain and blows up. Okay. So what about thud might be a bit too much. So that's 10 thruster weight, 922. 10 thruster weight is very much a right fucking now. Something lighter than a thud. Those are monos. Sort by size, please. Cub Werner engines. Vacuum? What are you for? Hang on. So engine ISP, 280 ASL, not age, sex, location. It's atmospheric efficiency. That's more of a, well, it's a mixture. It can be a vacuum engine. 3.56 thruster weight, 1,208. Those aren't too bad. Okay, maybe. I presume a Terrier is a stupid idea. Yeah, not that stupid, but it's only 1.68 thruster weight. I just want some assurances. Okay. The Twitch engines? Not too bad again. Okay, I think I'm going to go with the Werners. The Cubs, sorry. There we go. So that's 1,208 delta V with a thruster weight of 3.56. Lord of Rawn, so this next bullshittery is my choice, I believe. So the last bullshittery, Team Fortress, was selected by the patrons and the Twitch subs in a poll. This next one is my choice. Okay. No, it wasn't, says Zoob. No, it wasn't? Am I misremembering? Thank you, Coops. Zoob says TF2 was my choice. Oh, really? Am I mistaken? The last one was my choice? Oh, am I being cheeky? 1 second. Am I being cheeky? Is it my old age catching up to me? Let's have a look. So what did I do? Oh yeah, I tried and failed to get D&D going, and then when that failed, quick update for the end of the week. I've had 8 days going through Team Fortress. I can't see a poll. Shit! I think you might be right. Have I fucked up? But surely Divinity was my choice. No, it was your choice. Oh no. Hang on, is this the poll result? I selected a handful of possible options. It was. I'm so sorry. I've done a fuck up. Divinity was your choice, and then Team Fortress was my choice. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to ruminate on that, because I've done goof now, and I've already moved the footage overnight. Okay. Bear with me on that front. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I'm getting old. I've got dementia. Oh, damn it. I was really looking forward to making this one. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. Hang on. Sleepy dog. Right. Sorry, what was I doing in Kerbal? 1 minute. Bear with me, bear with me. Anyway, so, right, so what was I doing? So I was picking some correct engines. I think, so actually, come to think of it, I think this fuel tank might be okay. So 1,200 delta V, that sounds like enough for a landing, frankly. Okay, I mean, that sounds more than enough for a landing. So, let's include the next engine. So decoupling. Both sides, arrows on both sides. Nope, that's the wrong one then. Stack separator, 25, decoupler. Nope, wrong side. Sort by size. I am sorting by size. Stack 25, decoupler. There it is, that's the one I want. Need to make sure that the arrows are on both sides, so that the explosive bolts jettison the entire thing. Okay, so this payload needs to get to Duna. So from now, we need 5,000 delta V. I'm going to switch this off entirely to remove it from the delta V calculations. So, 5,000 delta V in a vacuum shouldn't be too difficult at all, especially with the technology we have access to now. So, let's do that tank there. And what should we go with insofar as an engine? So that's the right size. Poodle. I'm looking for the most efficient vacuum engine. So let's switch over to vacuum calculations. Okay. So Poodle engines. 1,400 delta V. I think it might be the Wolfhound that's more efficient, isn't it? Hang on. So 350 in a vacuum. Wolfhound is 380 in a vacuum. There we go. In fact, we can switch off its weird ass. Hang on. Look to it. No? There we go. Right. That makes it look weirder, to be honest. Okay. Thank you, Tuin Vidja. Thank you very much, Tuin. Thank you. Right. The account. Shit. Yeah, you're right. I should have called, the new vessel, the new refueler, the Daisy clone. Yeah. Right. Sorry, 1 minute. So 1,499 delta V in a vacuum with a thruster weight of 5.16. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What the fuck? Hang on. 1,400, 1,200. No, that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. Right, so that will be... So what's that for? That's for presumably its arrival at Duna. Did I actually specify... Where's my notes? Sorry, I keep going back and forth. Duna landings, Duna transfer, 5,000 delta V to get from to low orbit of Duna. Okay. So 650 delta V from a prograde leave of Kerbin's gravity well at optimal transfer. Doesn't specify how much it's taken to drop me down. Shouldn't matter. Okay, it's fine. So, where's my calculator? Oops, fuck. Nope, don't do that. Where's my calculator? Here it is. Right, so how much was that? Sorry? It was 1,459. Okay. So, okay, right. So, yeah, that should... Oh, good, I'm already halfway there. Nice. Okay, so I need to... so this... Sorry, to explain. So this engine is the thing that's going to be taking me down to Duna itself. And probably a piece of the transfer as well. So let's now think about the actual transfer engine and maybe a little bit of acceleration out of Kerbin. Wrong. Oh, wait. Shit, is that too small an engine? Oh. Wait, there's a bigger one? Wait a second. There's a Wolfhound. What are you doing, game? 37. Too big. 25. Ah, weird. I've no idea what that was about. There we go. Right. Cool. So, next section. For those watching not sure what's going on, I'm effectively splitting up the rocket to dump the empty fuel tanks once they're spent. For an empty fuel tank is just a dead weight, really. So rocket staging. To try and make it as an efficient journey as possible, every dead fuel tank can be just ditched, and we switched over to a new section. One piece at a time. Okay. Fuel tanks, sort by size. Adapter. Can we go bigger? We can. Is that too big though? Well, it's a big thing that we're sending. Okay. So, engines. Kerbal. It's pretty big. So 2,000. This is in a vacuum. 1 second. 4,187 in a vacuum. How much do I need? 3,000. Wait, I still need to. Yeah, no, I've got to focus on having a vacuum engine. Not really Gold Canyon. I find sorry, apologies to trigger any Kerbal fanatics. I find asparagus staging a bit immersion breaking. Okay. 340 efficiency in a vacuum. So it was the Kerbal. 305, 330. Yeah, it's fine. Difficult to explain, Grishnag. I can only recommend just Google imaging asparagus staging, and you'll quickly go, huh? Okay, so that should be more than enough in a vacuum. So, yeah, more than enough. If anything, I think I've gone a bit overboard. Oh yeah, what was the command? Is it shift? Yeah, there we go. Shift the entire rocket up. So let's now focus on its initial climb up away from Kerbal. Okay. No, bigger. Okay. So the initial boost, so solid fuel boosters, yeah. So lift it up and then it's orbit and escape from Kerbal. So switch over the calculations down to sea level of Kerbal. And now we need 1,800 delta V in total to lift ourselves up. Okay. Sorry, bear with. So what do we need? 3,714. Okay, calculation down there. Let's have a look. Fuel tank, Kerbal. Go even bigger. Jesus. This is gonna be a monster. Fucking hell. This is like a fucking dual rocket. Ah, come on, we're going too far. Surely we're going too far. Go with that. And the engines. Well, I've got the money for it. Do I though? 2.3 million. Yeah, I got the money for it. Okay. So, 3,714 delta V, 4,594. Yeah, that's sea level. It's fine. That'll do it. That'll get us, like, all the fucking way. Easy. Thank you, Inot. Thank you very much, Inot. Sweet. Okay. What happened to Cyanide? Why is he not in the recent bullshitteries? Well, it's rather difficult to be in the recent bullshitteries when you're serving a prison sentence for tax evasion in Turkey. I told him it was a bad idea. But he was like, no, I'm going to go set up my software company in Turkey. By the way, can you hang on to this, just let this money sit in your account for a while? Thanks. I was like, don't, what are you doing, man? Did he listen? No. No, I'm not serious. No, he just, we play whatever, really. He's not really, sorry, what bullshitteries have I done recently? He doesn't really play Holdfast. I've done Holdfast bullshitteries. He doesn't play Rising Storm. He's played lots of DayZ and Ready or Not and stuff, but I haven't done bullshitteries of those for a while. Yeah, I think just pure. He wasn't with us for the Divinity session because that was me, Digby, Quebec, and Messi. Yeah, I just through pure chance. The bullshitteries I'm currently making are of games that he doesn't enjoy. Oh yeah, Team Fortress. I don't want to nag him. I keep trying to get him into Team Fortress, but I don't think he's. Maybe it's just not his type of game. There is a lot of screaming. Yeah, just been playing games that aren't really to his cup of tea. Hang on, right, so that's launch, and then this one here. Yeah, this rocket should be more than capable. Let's just get it up in orbit. What about the ascent, though? How's it going to do? Did we have enough reaction? Well, we've got... Oh, shit, hold on. Let me tone down the gimbal. Otherwise, I'm going to gimbal this straight... So, there's going to be a user error, and I'm going to gimbal this rocket upside down. I know exactly what I'm going to do. What about winglets? Do we need any of those? Canards? Thank you, Ludicrous Cupcake. Thank you very much, Ludicrous. Thank you. We'll do those. Don't know if they're going to help. Thank you, Ludicrous Cupcake. Okay. The Delta V calculator doesn't like igniting engines and deploying chutes. Oh, fuck, you kidding me? I'm deploying a chute? There? Oh, fuck, you're kidding. Hang on, have I... switched the fuel tank back on? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. 1,200 Delta V. Holy shit, you're giving me a heart attack. Maliga. Holy fucking shit, dude. I thought Maliga was about to tell me that my Delta V calculation was so super off at the final stage that we were going to smash into the mountainside because there was a parachute in that calculation. It's fine. It's fine. Fuck me, dude. Oh, thank you, Domason. Thank you very much, Domason. Thank you. Okay, let's get this section launched then. So... yeah, ready to go, I guess. Give it a save, and then no one's sneaking aboard, are they? Excuse me, Markin. This is an automated mission. You can join later, okay? In fact, I might send you to Dres. We need someone to go to Dres. Alright, let's get to the launch pad. Oh, the fairing. Good point. Should we add a fairing? It's going to be a big-ass fairing. Good point, cows are tasty. There we go. There's no wob... Yeah, do we need struts? Let's add a fairing. I think you're correct. Yeah, we should really add a fairing, shouldn't we? So back to the... yeah, back to the VAB. Just to reduce the drag that we've got going on. Thank you for saying so, fricking. Thank you. Yeah, glad people liked it. Oh, thank you, Waffle Doggo, Kyle Pyle, Domason, and Ludicrous Cupcake. Thank you again. Thank you, all of you folks. Thank you. So aerodynamic payload. There we go. So let's go from... Which section should we add it to? Let's add it to this bit here. Where is it? Sorry, I'm blind. Too big. Too big. Small. There we go. So, we're just going to add a very lightweight... I have no idea what this will be made of, sorry. Probably, what is it? Probably the same material that the, what is it, like hexagonal, like I don't know what it's called. You know how you make like a plate, like a sheet of hexagons and fold them over? I'm not sure what the material is called. Fairing extension, delete fairing, edit fairing, clamshell deployment on. No, like so you know how you take a whole bunch of hexagons and sort of make like a mesh of them and then lie them flat in a sort of layer cake and then make stuff out of it in the space program? Like like a honeycomb. Yeah, like a honeycomb of flat material. Cool. But what's it called though? Specifically, what's the like? What would you call that? Lattice, says Jim Betts. Trevor, says Agarob. Very helpful as always, Agarob. Thank you. I'm also just going to back out of here just to save it, just in case I lose all this money. Honeycomb paneling, says Red Alert. Probably that. Ooh, ZF Waffle is in the chat. Hi there, Waffle. Yeah. Imagine being a nerd and playing with rockets. I know. Yeah. But the fun part is, Waffle, is that sometimes they blow up. Which is kind of funny. Hang on. So let's save. So. Right. What is this? This is Juno Base MK2 Foundation. Hi there, Jaina. Yes, I'm quite relaxed. I'm feeling quite, pretty good. Due to start the next project. Right. Does it have a heat shield for the landing? No, it doesn't, Captain, owing to the fact that the landing site that I'm aiming for is going to be extremely high altitude, to the point that I don't think a heat shield will be necessary, because I'm not going to attempt an aerobrake descent. This needs to have an extremely high angle of attack in order to land specifically on a tall mountain. That's the plan, at least. So an aero shield, I don't think it's going to be necessary. It's also why this mission is going to be automated, because there's also a rather high chance of failure, either through a missed landing site or just a flat-out explosion. Okay. Right. Yeah, I took the week off, Jaina. Yeah, all good. Okay, so switch on the SAS, switch on the maneuvering node. I think we're good to go. Let's see how it launches. Looks a bit doofy. Yeah, I think we got everything. That engine triggers. Right, give me the fuel gauge. Turn the engines up to max. Switch on RCS is available. Okay, so here we go. So we're about to attempt a vertical launch followed by a gravity turn in an easterly direction, basically traveling both up and sideways in the direction of an easterly orbit. The goal is to get this thing above 70 kilometers, which is the upper ceiling of the atmosphere in Kerbal Space Program, at which point there will be no more atmospheric drag. So, here we go. Initiating launch now. There's a slight mistake there. I'm sure people might be able to spot it. Revert flight back to the vehicle assembly. I presume my thruster weight was too low because it shouldn't... Okay, granted, I didn't have the engines on full, but I expected the Verners to be able to lift me higher than that. Okay, no, Really? That should have worked. That should have worked fine. Okay, engines to full, I guess. Engines to full this time. I'm sure I will, Sonder. I'm sure I will. At the same time, it's not really surprising, considering X3 is that many years old. I'm sure most games that are that old only have one person streaming them on Twitch. Thank you, Apex Hunter. Thank you very much, Apex Hunter. Right. Separate the fairing stage. Where is the fairing stage? Where have I added it? It's there. It's fine. It's so late in the staging I can correct it later. Right. Maneuvering node, fuel gauge, engines to full, stabilizers enabled, and launch. That's better. Oh, good God. Are we going to be okay? That is a slow launch. Okay, here we go. That game audio is a bit quiet as well. That is a very slow launch. Maybe we need some boosters, do you think? Okay, I think that, yeah. Let's add a few solid fuel boosters, shall we? Just to get ourselves oomping a bit more, shall we? So the initial launch is where the atmosphere is at its densest. So it's, yeah, this initial punch through this thick soup that is Earth's atmosphere. So let's go to coupling. Structural, is it coupling? Command and control? Coupling. Okay, and then we're just going to give it... No, don't go crazy. Just give it a couple. Let's not go mad. So put that there. And then here and here, we're just going to put a couple of wee boosters. What sort of boosters should we go for? What flavour? Thoroughbreds? Thoroughbreds. Couple of thoroughbreds. What do you think? Give them some aerodynamic nose cones and a few struts. Too small. There we go. Waffle is holding himself back from backseating, but this hurts. That's fine. I'm sure any advice you'll give me, Waffle, I'll just go, thanks, of course, and then just ignore you. Right, there we go. Will I be able to effectively spin to jettison those? Should be fine. Right. Boosters. No, don't jettison them yet. Oh my God, what have I just done? That's stupid. Move those up here. Okay, move them down there. There we go. There we go. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Right, lovely jubbly. And then move the clamshell up wherever, it doesn't matter. Save. Okay. Let's launch this one. Also put some music on because I've lost this one. Right, what should we go with? Let's go with Stelladrome. Right. Whoops. Kerbal is not reopening. Waffle says, go eat a sausage roll. Ah, yes. Haven't had one of those in a while. The pretty lady that worked at the bakery no longer works there. Thank you, Flaming Eagle. Thank you very much, Flaming Eagle. Okay. So, here we go. How are we doing? Stabilizers enabled. Maneuvering node on. Full engine thrust. Let's see how we do. That's a bit better, isn't it? Now, I do need to make sure that the... Oh, we're okay. Yes, I do need to make sure that the boosters don't have full control of the launch. So I do need to make sure that these engines are on to a degree. When the solid fuel boosters are enabled, they will basically just burn like Roman candles. So you better make sure you're ready to launch the moment you hit the on button. Up we go. Of course I've designed a penis. Penises are aerodynamic to better thrust through the air. As we do our space program, we would be wise to copy the penis. Okay. So let's gradually begin our gravity turn. Do I have control? I think I do. Just up the engines just in case I don't. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Start turning this sucker. Come on, let's go. All ours. Stand by. Okay, need to turn a bit more aggressively. Begin spin. Jettison. Cut engine. Whoa, give me back burners. I've lost it. Oh, no, 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 no. Gimme. Gimbal, gimbal, gimbal. Down, gimbal. There we go. We're okay. We're fine. Look at this. We're fine. Down, 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 down. Fine. We're all good. Right, there we go. So our apoapsis is almost 50 kilometers. Keep going, keep going. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 1 minute from the app. Despite the hiccup there, that went very well. Okay, 10 kilometers from the target app. Dial down engines, preserve as much fuel as we can. Very good. And there we go. Target achieved. Cut engines. Sweet. Point prograde. What the fuck? What are you doing? Of course, because my SAS doesn't have full control. Okay, that's going to be tricky. So my torque wheel cannot take over from such weight. It's going to have to be the gimbals on those thrusters. Awkward. But not much of a problem for long. We're about to jettison the tail section. Okay. So, 50 seconds until the apoapsis, the highest point of orbit. So, as the comparison that I keep saying, imagine that you're trying to throw a tennis ball as far as possible. It leaves your hand and sails through the air, but then pretend for a second that you're able to strap a rocket onto the back of the tennis ball. At what point do you trigger the rocket? When it leaves your hand? It just flies into the fence at high speed. When it's closest to the ground on the other side? No, it just falls to the ground. You trigger the rocket when it's at its highest point, the furthest away from the ground. This is called your apoapsis. Initiating burn. With 15 seconds from the apoapsis, the highest point, distance from the ground. The target is 2,200 meters per second. We're traveling at 1,000 meters per second. Full burn. We have just passed the apoapsis. Are we riding the app? In other words, are we pushing out in front of us? No, we're not. We're falling. We failed to ride the app. My burn was too late. Prepare to switch to a weaker engine. I may have done goofed, everybody. Switching. Full burn. Full burn, full burn. That means we'd do a skip. At least one atmospheric skip. Shouldn't be a problem, but we'll do one. Switching. Now. Fuck. There we go. We'll be fine. We can handle one skip. Just don't jettison the fairing. Okay, 2,200 meters per second. Voila, we've hit the target, and therefore we are now awkwardly bit more. There, done. Hold. Point prograde. SAS can handle it now. What are you doing? SAS can't handle it? SAS can't handle it? You can't be serious. Gimme. Hold there. Give me a spin. Point prograde. Cool, SAS has got it now. Right. Okay, so that was, a pretty... I should have burnt earlier. So effectively, our engines were not strong enough to push the apoapsis out in front of us. Which happens sometimes. It just means that you need to burn slightly earlier than 15 seconds from the apoapsis. My mistake. Okay, so we are currently at 65 kilometers above the sea level of the planet down there. We're still in the atmosphere, and we're 1 minute and 40 seconds from the periapsis, the lowest point of orbit. This is because I fucked up, and instead of achieving a stable orbit, we're dipping a little bit back into the atmosphere. But it should be fine. We'll be clear momentarily. So we're falling briefly for 1 minute and 25 seconds, at which point we'll begin climbing again. And then a very short burn as we climb will make a stable orbit. At which point I will jettison the fairing. Since we are skipping across the atmosphere, a skip at the minute, I'm not removing the fairing for the sake of keeping drag to an absolute minimum. Okay. Don't worry, Voxel, I know how maneuvering nodes work. Thank you. It's all good. Maneuvering nodes will be necessary in a bit, since this is the initial climb stage. Maneuvering nodes come into play later. Okay. This is an unmanned mission, Llama. We should be okay. Although there is a manned mission fairly nearby. Not sure if that could be it, in fact. I wonder if the thing tells me. Where's Daisy? Oh, wow, she is actually behind us. Just through pure chance. Daisy is, how far away? Doesn't specify how far away unless I said... Oh, is that her there? Oh, cool. That might actually be her. Unless that's some debris. Debris. No, it is her. Holy shit. So there's Bill, 84 kilometers away. Just again, through sheer fluke, we've launched pretty while he's practically overhead. So these two missions are going to Duna. Okay. Sweet. Yes, it would, Tatsuki. That's the error I've made. So I failed to push the app by failing to burn early or having a strong enough engine. So this has caused an atmospheric skip. It's fine. It's all good. If I were to go too low in the atmospheric skip, it would be an issue. But yeah, 62 kilometers. The atmosphere is nice and wispy. Some heating on the plating, as you can see there, but it's not a problem. Okay. Right, so that leaves us with enough Delta V to make it. Sweet. Switch off the debris. That's a lot of debris. Holy shit. Look at it. Speed up time. Oh, no. Can't speed up because I'm still in the atmosphere. Well, I can speed up, but I have to override the simulation. Okay, now switch off debris. Right. So, speed up a little bit just to clear the atmosphere. So we're still skidding along the top of the atmosphere. We're still skipping. So there's just a little bit of atmospheric drag right now that's pulling us down. So note the... Where is it? Is there? No, okay. Not yeah, negligible. It's because the shape of our craft is just cutting straight through the air up here. Nice and efficiently. So it's not really dragging us down. Okay. Right. So, what I'll do in a minute is I will accelerate the time up to the Duna intercept and then prepare to send these two missions. We could do the other... should I send a Jeff? We could always send a Jeff later on the next transfer. Why not just... No, fuck it, it's here. We'll do another quick launch and send another Jeff. Might as well send one and send it on its way. Okay, here we go. Speeding up the time. So, watch my electrical charge because the fairing is still on. Welcome to space. 5 minutes. Just going to warp straight to the app. Okay, warp complete. So, inside the fairing, the torque wheel is spinning rapidly, allowing us to turn the craft. Although in the real world, my understanding is that this is really done for satellites. Torque wheels wouldn't be able to move something like this. If you want to move, say, like a space station or a craft, you need thrust. You need monopropellant, the tiny little cone-shaped devices which are all over all over a vessel, which generate hot gas in order to propel, maneuver, basically. So RCS thrusters. NASA, I think, use hydrazine, sorry, these are just factoids I mention every time. Apologies. Which is why one of the reasons why the refuel staff that you see like cool sci-fi looking shots of the ground crew at NASA, and they're all wearing these like great big thick suits because hydrazine is so intensely toxic. They're wearing these dense anti-chemical suits. I believe I didn't say that, Neo. I didn't say that the International Space Station doesn't have multiple torque wheels, but I'm saying that they're generally inefficient for moving something this big. They're normally used in satellites. Although, sorry, actually, if you know more, do they just turn the ISS with torque wheels? Surely that thing's too big for torque wheels. That thing's huge. Thank you, Amish. Thank you very much, Amish. One moment. So I've already passed the point. I should have burnt sooner. My mistake. I wasn't paying enough attention. Cool. Cut. Sweet. That's all I needed to do. So we are now in a stable orbit and this craft is ready to go. So let's go back down to the surface. Ooh, no. Nearly cocked up. I'm going to have to detach the fairing in order to access the solar power. Stand by. Deploying. There was a slight error just there. Oh no! Oh, I definitely just... Did I save? Tell me I saved. Oh, come on. Tell me I just saved. I saved, right? I definitely saved. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, dear me. Okay, a little bit behind, but I saved. Stand by. So, yeah, just warp here, and then we're good. Oh. Well, something went wrong there. I'm guessing the fairing bashed something. Hopefully the fairing detaches smoothly. Oh, Tridbite says that the International Space Station uses 4 control moment gyroscopes, CMGs, to control the altitude. Each CMG weighs 220 pounds. Cool, I stand corrected. They do use torque wheels in the ISS. I would have figured they're simply, well, the ISS has simply too much mass for torque wheels to handle. I stand corrected. Regardless, they are typically used in satellites, though, torque wheels, to spin things. Or keep them pointing in the right direction if you want to take some sexy photos of the Earth. Come on, let's go. Right. Indeed. Sexy photos of the Earth. From way up high. Spend tens and tens of millions to send these craft up with their fancy cameras to take beautiful pictures of our blue marble, only for idiots in Illinois on their smartphones to say that it's flat. Okay, point prograde, please. Idaho, not Illinois. What's the difference? Seriously, as a foreigner, what's the difference? What's in Idaho and what's in Illinois? Corn? Which one has corn? Doesn't all of America have corn? Sorry, I sound like an ignorant foreigner here. When I just think of like rows and just the whole middle bit of America. Don't you just have like huge tracts of farmland? You got these satellite photographs of the middle bit of America, and it's just huge areas of farmland. You're like, what the fuck? 1 second. Okay, detach. Oh, I'm stupid! Oh no! No, I'm a dumbass. Ah! I just detached the engine, not the fairing. Oh, okay. Mountains in Idaho. Okay. There are mountains in Idaho. Good to know. Let's try that again, shall we? Warp here. Oh, yep, and I forgot to burn before I even did that, so hooray! Idaho has potatoes, Illinois has Chicago, and Lake Michigan. They farm Lake Michigan? Yeah. Come on, we're still in the atmosphere, that's why. Indeed, Hectonian. And rule 3 is you can never have enough struts. Rule 4 of Kerbal is you don't have enough solar energy for whatever it is you're trying to do. What's rule 5? Rule 5 for me would be transfer orbits never make sense, no matter how much you try to make them make sense. Yeah, rule 5. No, it doesn't. Just whatever it is. No, it doesn't. Come on, come on, speed this up. What's going on? Should I just override it? I'm nervous about that because I don't want it to explode. Fuck. Fuck it. Okay. So there we go. Turn the vessel round. Now I'm going to accelerate a little bit, then I'm going to quick save. Thank you, Natho here. Thank you very much, Natho. Alright, so for the people just joining the stream, sorry, you're looking at a... So, the rocket is much bigger than it looks. So it's a piece of a space station that's going to be, well, a Duna base, so a Mars base, that's going to be landing on top of a mountain. So it's the central piece. Quick save. Here we go. Now don't jettison the engine this time. Jettison the fucking fairing. Here we go. Right, there we go. Ooh. Ooh. So I had to do that slightly earlier than I wanted because we need to... Oh no, did I... If I extend the big ones, I can't retract them. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I remembered. There they are. Okay. So we've got itty-bitty little solar things there. Regardless, we're going to put the probe in hibernation mode anyway. So, probe, hibernation, on. Oh, before we do, we should just extend the antenna. Just in case. We can always retract it. That one. It's automated. And we have a backup even if we can't. And then... probe into hibernation mode on. Preserve power. Lovely. Now then, back to the Space Center. So, let's have a look and see if the Jeff model can successfully go down to Duna. I'm pretty sure it can. I think it can. I gave it a stable orbit, didn't I? Did I not give it a stable orbit? Did I forget the burn? Thank you, chat. Well done. I was testing you. Good job. Well done. You picked up my mistake. Very proud of you. Right. I failed to get a stable orbit. So that thing is in fact descending unless I fix it. So... Shit, I'm kind of running out of time this morning as well. Right. We can at least get Jeff in orbit as well. Right. So much to load at the minute. Okay, did I not? I did not, yes, that was a bit of a whoopsie. Okay, so increase speed. Oh, probe's in hibernation mode. Take it out of hibernation mode. That's not it. Where's the probe? There it is. Point prograde, please. Slight increase in speed. Whoa! Oh, dearie me. Is that going to be a problem? Should be fine, right? Should be fine. It's gimbaled. We can always control it via a gimbal. Cool. And then back to hibernation mode. There we go. Sweet. Yes, so back to the Space Center. And let's have a look at the Jeff configuration for Ike. So, we sent a probe off to Ike, and its purpose was to mine resources. So let's see if the same one can be sent to Duna with a high angle of attack for its landing. So it's not going to be doing an aero brake maneuver. So the design probably will still work fine for Duna as Ike, because it just came down with a VTOL landing. But the question is, does it have enough Delta V to do it? So, to the VAB. Right. Well, that's not. If you'll forgive me for saying, Lizard, I'm more of an editor. I edit all day for a living. This isn't. Yeah, this is just me dicking around before I get on with work today. Granted, I know that's my choice, but yeah, the streaming is way more visible than what I actually do, which is a lot more. Ow, head hurts to think about. Let's search for Jeff. Alright. Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Jeff, mission body. What's this? Jeff, is this the one? Right. Fuck a duck, Jeff. Okay. This is more expensive than the goddamn other mission. This is what I launched? Did I just say fuck it that day? Was I trying to escape like a tax bracket or something? Evidently. Okay. So, does this thing? Yes, it's got 8,000 Delta V. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Jeff's going off to Duna. It's fine. Fuck a duck. All right. So. Yeah, I broke. That was it. I broke its grabbing unit on the front. That's why it wouldn't work. All right. Let's send it. How does it land on Duna though? It's not going to try and use these shitty little Werners, is it? That's not going to work. That. What's that? A poodle. Think it'd land on a poodle? I don't know. What do you think? Let's buy me some options here. Let's put on some Werners along with the poodle. Can always rip them off later. So without altering the design too much, just add 3 Werners. Okay, and where are they launching? So what's that? The poodle. There we go. Okay, right. Jeff. Enhance. Right, let's launch the bugger. Okay, so here we go. So straight out to the launch. Right. Hokey, a shit show, in short. Don't really have time to go into it right now. What's that dog doing? Yeah, she's just resting peacefully. So for the people passing through the stream then, today, very soon in fact, I need to go and get on with the next bullshittery. Although it seems I'm fucked up and I thought that it was my choice, but evidently it's not. Might need to sort out a poll then. Thank you, Mage. Thank you very much, Mage. Hang on. Right. Okay, we're ready to go. So, this is Jeff 2. Right. Okay, so RCS not required. Let's just get it straight up launched, and here we go. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of power. Dial that down a bit. Just use the engine to keep control. Okay. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you very much, Marcel. Thank you. Right. Dial down the speed. I need to keep control. Up the engine, up the engine. Fuck, I fucked up. Whoops. Piss ass. Revert. Okay, I know what I did there. So because I dialed down the engine speed, it was the only thing with a gimbal to maintain control over all of those rockets that were burning there. So I'm going to keep the engine up. Keep the engine up, keep the gimbal up, countering whatever the solid fuel boosters are doing. So stabilizer enabled. There we go. Initiate. Keep the engine up. At least in a bit. Here we go. What is the current gimbal strength? A single vector? No, 4. 4 vectors. We're fine. 4 vectors. Okay. Oh, good. And I've added some some little what are they called? The little boosters that will help launch the rocket away. Okay, vectors. Let's go up then. Right. Apoapsis is 7k. Get ready to make the turn, or start the turn even. Let's go. Travelling a bit fast, but I have to keep these vectors up. Oh, this is going to be a stupid high climb. What the fuck? Come on. Keep those vectors up to have control. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this climb? This is stupid. Come on. In fact, just kill the vectors for a minute. This is ridiculous. Okay, we've just passed 70 kilometers. Okay, was Jeff's launch like this? Because this is stupid. It must have been. Okay, keep turning. Come start turning some of this energy towards our... Fucking hell, guys. Okay. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Get control. Okay, we've just shot up to 133 kilometers instead of 70. Oops. Right. So, we are now sailing clear of the atmosphere. Alright, it's fine. Those engines are just grooving. Cool. So, yes. Well, that's stupid. We're shooting all the way up, so beyond the altitude of our furthest orbital object. Right. Okay. Yes. For something of this weight class, the torque wheels are doing next to nothing. Bring it round. Let's get ready to burn. We'll burn on about 30 seconds. Oh god, I got so much leeway, it does not fucking matter. I could burn way past the app and still make the orbit. At 134 kilometers. Jesus. There we go. Oh, fuck. Burn. So, 2,200 meters per second is the target. Alright. Should have ditched the fairing. I don't want to do it. I worry that it's going to explode again. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Lack of control here. What the fuck? Okay. So note the orbit pushing out there. We're falling, but trying to sort of travel sideways fast enough that we miss the planet. I know! I've noticed, Ferg. Okay. Dial down and cut. There we go. Right, stable orbit achieved. Do I have any free solar panels? Yeah, we got. Are they solar panels? No, they're just the texture on the side of the thing. Okay, we're gonna have to jettison the fairing. Quick save, and then hopefully it does not explode. Whee! So there's Jeff with his wheels spinning excitedly. Jeff number 2. Initiate the brakes there to stop those wheels from doing that because it looks a bit goofy. His lights are on as well. Why are the lights on? Landing lights. Okay. Right, so this is the probe that's going to be following the Duna base. So we got 3 things that we need to send come Duna transfer. So yeah. Okay. Alas, I might need to do that next time because it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I really should get on with work. How long until the transfer? Let's go back to the space center. Right. I do need to give it a go, blue light. Indeed, I definitely need to give it a go. No one else is live right now? Strange, Messi. Also, either way, I'm just going to run for a wee-wee. Back in just a second, sorry. Now, here follows a conundrum. When I streamed this last time, I was making a mistake with my orbital transfers because the orbital alarm thing did not exist before I played it. Well, when I played this before. So the alarm mod was added to the game officially, and it now gives you the exact transfer times for different planets. Whereas before, I would just kind of eyeball it and get it roughly right. And when I didn't, it was no big deal. The second mistake, well, the second change was that the chat corrected me in when I was making transfer orbits to other planets, I was in fact going in the wrong direction. I think, what was the direction I was going in? I was going that way. I was going outwards, away from the sun, if I was going towards Duna. And the chat corrected me and said that what I need to do instead is travel forwards. I need to give myself forward momentum to effectively increase my velocity and go up in orbit, basically as if it were a planet. Now, what's confused me, the conundrum that I'm struggling with, and I'm not sure if the chat can necessarily answer it, because it might just be a case of experimentation, is that when I started doing that, I was finding that I was missing the planetary intercepts by quite a large margin. And I don't know why. My hunch is that perhaps by launching ahead of the planet, I was in fact quite considerably far ahead of Kerbal, and therefore these calculations are for Kerbin, sorry. And therefore I'd missed the window by travelling ahead. So I figured that the best way to counter it would be to launch about 30 days early. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to launch out of Kerbin's gravity well about 30 days sooner than I'm supposed to. And then I hope that by the time the alarm clock dings, I will be in the correct place. But I don't know if that's true. That's the trouble. So, create alarm. Manual alarm for Kerbin to Duna early. You do your interplanetary transfer from low Kerbin orbit, not from solar orbit. Indeed, Sipsaf, that's what I was doing. And that's when I was discovering that I was so unbelievably off. Like, completely off. So yeah, I've made a correction, and it's fucked everything up. And I don't know what that correction is. Maybe I should just do what I was doing before. Launch myself outwards, this way. To be in the exact position as Kerbin when the alarm rolls around. Maybe I should ignore the later... But then again, I saved myself so much Delta V by going that way. I'll save it either way, just in case I cock up horrendously. You'll see what I mean. So Kerbin to Duna early, time to alarm. Okay. So how early though? Is 30 days too early? Okay. Say 268 days. Okay. Oh, thank you, HM Nobody. Thank you very much, HM. Thank you. Okay, so we have everything we need in orbit. Let's save it. Do the transfer, and if I fuck it up, then we can load it. Right. You'll see what I mean. It'll make sense. Of course, Zovi, but that won't matter for this. Right. Right. So, save. Big save. Oh. So I have to make it a big fuck up instead of question mark fuck up? Okay, fine. Tracking station, here we go. Hi there, Brandl. I can't fix my YouTube schedule if I don't have a schedule. Eh? Here we go. So, there's Duna, and here we are. So, we need to be... Duna needs to be slightly ahead of us, I believe. So, let's go to the alarm and warp to manual alarm. Here we go. So, we wait 368 days. Sorry, 268 days. So we're catching up. Oh, pardon me. Okay. So... Kerbin is catching up to Duna in order to send a craft up to it, we need to increase our speed. Increasing our speed will increase our altitude, and therefore we will intercept it in orbit. Like a half a year from now, of course, on the other side, but still. So, if we want to increase our speed, apparently, we need to travel in the direction of, well, the same direction that Kerbin's going, prograde, which is the change that the chat made me do, which is what has introduced the weird error that I'm finding. So previously, I was going that way, sideways, up. I thought up, and I'll go that way. But the chat was like, no, you're doing it wrong, go that way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go that way, and then see if I miss the transfer or not. And if I miss the transfer, I won't be surprised, because it's happened twice before. Here we go. And if I do miss the transfer, we'll do it my way. And then it won't be as efficient on the Delta V, but at least I won't keep missing the damn transfer. Sorry, that sounds too accusatory. But you know what I mean, as in, my way worked, but apparently it wasn't very efficient. So 1 second. Let's start sending them. So Duna engine drop, Jeff, Daisy, Daisy. We'll start with Daisy. Okay. No, my Goochnis. I wasn't trying retrograde orbital transfers to get to Duna. I was trying... Fuck, what would be... I suppose radial out transfers would be... Wait, radial... I can't remember what the name of it is on the nav ball. So, I wasn't doing prograde, I was doing... So, not prograde, I was doing that grade, whatever that way is. I suppose I can just look at the nav ball, it will tell me. Point prograde. What is that? Circle... It's that icon. It is... Radial out transfers is what I was doing. Okay, here we go. So this is Daisy. She's ready to be transferred. She is going to be the secondary drone that's going to be transferring fuel up and down from Ike and Duna. Let's jettison the protective shell. There we go. It's just a scanner to help her in her duties. Oh no, is it? That detaches. What is that? I can't remember what that is. Is that some sort of satellite? A resource scanning satellite? Looks like it. What am I doing with that? There's a xenon-fueled satellite mounted on the top. Okay. Someone accidentally packed the satellite. Oh, okay, whatever. Right. So, let's start planning this maneuver. So, where is... So, so let's try this way then. Okay, I need to do this as quickly as possible because I might have to redo it if it's not right. Also, I've just lost the music. Hang on. Come on. Maneuvering node. Do it from here. Start there and then make adjustments after the fact. Okay, so increase our speed by 900 and fling ourselves that way. So, that's what I was thinking. So by flinging myself prograde, you can actually see on the dotted line there, we have some difference indeed from Kerbin. And this is what I feared was throwing me off, the fact that I'm now quite considerably faster than Kerbin. Okay, let's give it a welly. So point to the maneuvering node. Do this quick. Just do this quick. Also, just get some music back for you. Right. I like it, Lil Karina. I like all the space junk. I think it's funny. Hang on. Right. There we go. Speed up. Yeah, warp to next maneuver. Huh? I can't? Oh, I've already missed the maneuver? Oh, piss ass. Just next rotation then. Select the rotation node. Next rotation over. So 30 minutes until the next thing. Sweet. Here we go. Should be fine. Oh shit, we need to transfer engines for this, don't we? So might need to do a bit of a faster burn. Oh, shouldn't matter. Okay. Thank you, Non-Akatenula? Thank you, Non. Thank you. Sorry, or Nona? Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you. Okay, shitting burn. Better go now because I've got to do an engine transfer. Okay, careful. Whoa. Let's go. Burn, 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 burn. Pick up speed. Okay, transfer. Next engine. There we go. Is that a wolfhound? Yes, it is. Alright. And then what's that? So we're coming down to Icon, a Rocker Max with some Twitch liquid fuel engines. Sure. Thank you, Damason. Thank you very much, Damason. There we go. Okay. So for those not familiar, note the blue line. So our current course, as it keeps going further and further away from Kerbin there, we escape Kerbin's gravity well. So the comparison I keep making pretty much every stream. Do you ever do that experiment when you were like in primary school or whatever, where they get all the students to stand around in a big circle and they all grab the corners of a sheet, and then the teacher throws marbles or tennis balls or basically different balls onto the sheet to represent how the fabric is being bent. So the mass of an object is creating a gravity well. And then the teacher starts rolling marbles, indicating, demonstrating orbit, showing that, well, things spin as they move. Well, what I'm showing here is that we're flinging ourselves free of the dip that is being created in the fabric of space-time, effectively. But yeah, we're flinging ourselves free of the gravity well. We need to pick up enough speed to fling ourselves out of this cone that Kerbal is sitting in. Kerbin is sitting in. Yeah, sorry, I keep mentioning that, and everyone keeps saying no. Is that just a British thing? I remember that. We all stood like we had like the corners of like a big colourful piece of fabric, and the teacher started chucking stuff and like, hey, this weighted ball or whatever. I say this would be like a planet or something. This would be I don't know. You know, this would be a gas giant and drop in something heavy. Okay, I just remember it really vividly. Oh, you had it in Canada as well. All right. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is that we're all fucking stranded right here on this enormous dip, this gravity well, this planet. It's a pain in the arse when it comes to navigation, since we need to pick up enough speed to escape it to go anywhere, which means burning propellant, and propellant is heavy, and heavy means it's expensive to get up in space. So in the future, it's far future, like a few thousand years, it's probably likely that we won't even live on planets. Once we've figured out how to make space habitats, we won't even bother. Planets are just so much fucking hassle. Okay, so let's go back to the tracking station and switch to the next one. Once we can build mega structures or whatever and just send off 10 million like self-replicating drones to just go and get resources from nearby asteroids, planets will just be a real pain in the arse. We won't even bother. Okay. But there are free resources on planets? There are free resources everywhere! All throughout space. Easily accessible. It's so whenever if you know that, then it makes all these like space invasions. Oh no! Independence Day, the aliens are attacking for our resources. They're stupid aliens. They're idiotic aliens. You can get access to way more shit just floating around in space. They come all the way down to Earth to fuck around getting anything, when they can just go straight to the asteroid belt and get everything that's here. The only thing that's here on Earth that isn't everywhere else in abundance, as far as we know, is life. So specifically, the only reason an alien race would go to Earth is to meet the life forms on it. Again, assuming that said life forms aren't just abundant everywhere else. In which case, no, they've got no reason to come here then. Right. Sorry, what was I doing? Jeff, we'll launch, the middle part of the Duna base next. Aliens require protein? Well, they wouldn't even come here to harvest us then. They would come down here and scan us with their fancy scanners and just get a copy of our DNA and then just grow us in huge farms by the millions. They don't even need a physical copy of the DNA. It's just data. They can just transmit it back to their homeworld. It makes no sense to send any ship here. They could just send like the tiniest probe, scan what they need, and just replicate it back home. DNA is just information. Once they've got that, they can just send it at light speed back home. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, prograde. Just need to do this a bit speedily because I might have already fucked up. We'll find out. So, add maneuver. Oh, no, controls are locked, of course. It's hibernation mode. No? Oh, I keep clicking that. That's not the... There it is. What if Earth is the only habitable planet they've found and their planet is dying out? Have they looked that far then? There are millions upon millions of Earth-like planets in just... Is it millions in just our galaxy? They've got the technology to cross all of space, but they can't just make their own... Sorry, wait, they're crossing all of space in their own habitats that they've built to their own specification? Can't they just stay there in those habitats? It's way more convenient. Or just build their own megastructure? They don't even have to leave their own star system. Why go to all that hassle of travelling to someone else's star system? You've got everything you want right there. Hang on. Sorry. There we go. Pick up speed, go that way, just follow in its footsteps. And then we go, we're free. Okay. Just a little bit, not too much. Right, then maneuvering node, turn to face, speed up time. Whee! In Independence Day, they did it for our heated core. Oh, what? Sorry, run that by me again? They came to Earth for what? Warm in the... Warm in the center. The core of the Earth. What's in the core of the Earth? It's just a shit ton of iron and nickel. Right? And like some other rarer elements, but fucking... Again, it's all abundant outside, just and easily accessible. Cheese, right, yeah. Lots of cheese. Oh shit, I'm gonna miss the thing. No, it's fine. Right. Okay. Picking up speed. Flinging ourselves free of this annoying gravity well. Okay, there we go. And then once again, well, solar panels are on it. It's fine. I need to be careful not to extend those solar panels, otherwise I could be in trouble. Again, put the probe into hibernation mode. And have we done everything? Yeah, I think we have. Cool. Back to the tracking station. Maybe some kind of intelligent life can't psychologically adapt to living off-planet forever. Maybe they or we need the reassurance of an actual planet to feel calm. What's the word for it? Bioforming is the name for it. If that's the case, just genetically engineer your civilization to not care. If you've got the technology to cross space or even terraform, you have the technology to bioform. Just alter your people so that they don't give a shit about that, or in fact prefer living in space. In fact, it's more than likely we're going to have to do quite a bit of, as uncomfortable as this is going to sound, we're going to have to do quite a bit of bioforming in order to live in other places around the solar system comfortably. We're going to have to genetically engineer ourselves to cope with, say, reduced gravity. Because at the minute, our bodies just suck. You've seen how... Look at the videos of astronauts coming back from the International Space Station. They can't stand up. They're not being carried by soldiers back to like a med station for show. They can't stand up. Our bodies suck when it comes to leaving the intense gravity of a planet. So we're going to have to do something about that, and genetic engineering is probably the answer to that. Bioforming. Sorry, what's left? Is it just Jeff? Just Jeff. Right. So yeah, I mean, in a few hundred years, it depends on what the timeline of colonization efforts is for the solar system. We're probably going to find that there's lots of different types of people who are all adapting to their own individual situations. People who live on Mars are indeed going to have to deal with the fact that it is, the gravity is much lesser. So even more so for the people further out. What about the purple? What about the people living in the asteroid belt? The belters. Right. Okay, let's turn it round. Good lord, this is a big boy. Thank you, Dark Stars. Thank you very much, Dark Stars. Anyway, my point is more that if we're serious about colonization efforts, then it's both terraforming and bioforming will be required, along with a shit ton of time and resources. Indeed, that's true, McGrath. In which case, the trouble with that then is that if the aliens are indeed so incredibly different from us, they might simply just put all of their civilization in like a... What's the word for it? Is it a Matryoshka brain? Is that the term for it? Basically a sort of escalating series of Dyson spheres that use the energy output of a star for processing power? Is that what they are? But effectively just spend their lives living in a simulation. Because it's probably way more resource efficient and probably way more interesting than whatever reality can do. Reality would be relatively boring compared to what you could create if you had the ability to do it yourself. It may be the fact that civilizations don't bother with space travel. It's a fucking waste of time compared to what they can do themselves with their own computing power. There could be thousands of civilizations just functionally immortal, all hooked up to their own private matrix systems within their own star systems, slowed down to the point that a few years can go by and they're experiencing millions. Right, turn to face the maneuvering node, speed to next maneuver. Whee! I do wonder, sort of jumping between different topics, I do ruminate on that fact in the sense that we as a species have a habit of, we love stories, we love our stories, don't we? And we try to sort of, when we create things, when we create our virtual worlds, I wonder how many people in the future are going to, say, recreate Game of Thrones or something, and then just live in it. If we get to that point where we can just recreate entire worlds, entire settings, how many people will just decide that they want to live in the Middle Ages, and off they go? Thank you, Wobble Blob, and thank you, Communist Heart and Dark Star. Thank you. An experienced season 8? Yes. That's where they just go get really, really shit-faced. Somewhere in King's Landing. Just don't even bother. Just try to ignore it. Oh, no. Sticky keys, fuck off. No, thank you. Stop it. Oh, this could be really awkward. What is going on? Engines? Why are you doing that? Because there's lots of wobble from this. Should be fine. Crap. Okay, a ghost appears to have taken control of my rocket. Oh, dearie me. How did we do? A little bit more should do it. Yeah, wait until it comes around again. We'll be fine. Right, so, now, moment of truth. Is it fucked? Let's find out. I have saved it if it's fucked, so I can always just go back. Waiting for it to turn around on the SAS. Hi there, fatal fungi. Welcome indeed. Yes, you're looking at... Everything's fine. I know the rocket's upside down right now, but it's fine. 1 minute. There we go. Come on. Bring it round. All right. Cool. A little bit more of a shunt. Here we go. Little bit more of a shunt and cut. Right. Confirm maneuver. Okay, so let that do its spinny thing. Can I retract these solar panels once? No, I can't. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Oh no, tell me it has an emergency one. Oh, that could be bad. Does it not have an emergency solar panel? I can't see one. Crap. That could be a really big problem. That would necessitate a repair crew. Okay. That just means... hang on, just verify before I fuck this up. So that means I would have to extend one of the solar panels in order for it to make its journey across the stars. But if I do that, it means that the solar panel is more than likely going to be ripped off on its very aggressive descent down to Duna's surface, which means that when it lands, it will only have one operational. Whoops. This is because this thing was supposed to be landing on Ike and not Duna, and therefore I didn't consider that in the planning phase. That means that in order to refine fuel when it arrives, if there's fuel when it arrives, and if it lands safely, then it will require an engineer to fix the part before it can proceed. So the space plane will have to get over to the Duna site with Bill. Okay. Something for the future then. So in order to make sure that this runs, I have to extend this solar panel. Rats. This solar panel will not survive the descent into Duna. Unless I can retract it. Oh, I can retract them. I thought you couldn't retract these ones. Oh, thank fuck for that. Okay, ignore everything I just said. I just wasted your time. We're fine. Everything's fine. I thought you couldn't retract those. Hooray! Right, okay, so back to the Space Center, save it under Big Fuck Up 2, and then see if this transfer window succeeded. So we are about 30 days before the Duna transfer window. So let's see, if I transfer now, does it transfer? Then I'm going to wait 30 days and transfer again and see if it transfers. And my hunch is going to say the answer is no, for that reason that I've yet to properly sort of figure out in my brain. Basically, the alarm system is new to me. Okay. Also, it's 36 minutes past 1. I am very late for work. Alright. Give it a save. Big fuck up. Do. Go back to the tracking station. Hi there, Gary. Hope you're very well, Gary. Right, so as you can see, Daisy and Duna Base MK1 are on their way, to be followed by Jeff. So let's start with Daisy. So Daisy is the milk cow refueler that will be going up and down from the surface of, from Ike to this, presumably the orbit of Ike, but she can go down to Duna's orbit if needs be. And the purpose of this vessel will be to deliver fuel. There's also, for some reason, a satellite aboard, and I don't know why. I have no idea. I can't tell you. I put a satellite on its nose cone with a resource scanner. Is that for Ike? Surely I sent a resource scanner to Ike. I sent Jeff there. I have no idea. We'll figure that out. It's got a xenon fuel source, so we can move that satellite up and down easy peasy, I've no doubt. Look. So this is Daisy. That front, see this grabby bit? That is a satellite. Strange. And this is Daisy. Okay. Right, so let's figure out and see if it works then. So here we go. So, as you can see, we are now accelerating. Well, who's that picking up speed behind us? There's Jeff. We're now moving in this great big chain up away from the gravity well. See you later, Kerbal. Okay. There we go. So, we're now in orbit of Kerbal, the star system. Kerbin is the pale blue dot over there. Now then. How long? So, we are 8 days away from the... No, wait, we're past 8... Okay, so we're 22 days away from optimal Kerbin to Duna transfer. Right, so what happens if I... Apologies if I'm making an amateur mistake that's annoying people here, but I'm trying to work this out myself. So, 8 days... 1 day, 8 days. So 22 days, that would be here. So what happens if we put a node here, 22 days away, presumably the approximate position of Kerbin, select Duna as our target, and then increase our speed. Do we intercept Duna? Oh, we do. Very efficiently. I find myself even more confused. There we go. Okay. Double click on Duna. Select that maneuvering node. So all I have to do is launch 8 days early to get in the right position. Okay. Let's practice with the other 3. I need to make a note of this for future ones. So, yeah, here's Duna, everybody. So that dotted line is our course as we fly straight past Duna off into orbit around the star again. So we'll slow down, obviously. That's what we need to do. Where are we going? Where's Daisy going? She's going to Ike. So, we need to try and get... 1 second. Down a bit, please. There we go. Lovely. There we go. And then, should I stay all the way up there or come on down? Well, we should probably stay all the way up there. Ah! Come on down just a little bit. Ike's going that way. Oh, go up a bit. We've missed the... There we go. So that's 515.9 delta V. So just increase our speed by 515, and therefore increase our altitude, and therefore skim past the gravity well of Duna. Indeed, Eagle Eye Sui. Yes, I'm sure I'll get back to we'll get back to Project Zomboid eventually. All right. There we go. Sorted. Can I just extend the... One second. No operational SAS module, no pilots aboard. So it's here. You in hibernation mode? Off. Where's your... extend the antenna. Hopefully it doesn't snap. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Not good. Are we too far from Kerbal for that small one to operate? Surely we have a different communications unit. How are the batteries looking? Electrical charge. Oh, I see. It's the electrical charge. My bad. My bad. Just have Bill. Oh, because I've blocked it because I'm stupid. Extend the one for the satellite. There we go. Fixed it. My bad. There we go. Oopsie doopsie. Cool. Right. Maneuvering node in 29 days. We'll meet it. Might as well do the same for the other one. Satellite's not exactly going to go into Duna's orbit now. Atmosphere, is it? Right. And then just reduce the gimbal all the way down. So how long is that? That's 29 days. Might as well just warp straight there and then quickly calculate the others. Let's go. Quick save. Warp. Here we go. So if you're just joining the stream, I have 3 objects. Technically 4 objects because this is actually a satellite on its nose cone. Well, there's a satellite on the nose cone that I didn't notice. So I'm sending 4 craft. One of them is manned, on their way to Duna, Mars. So one of them is... 2 of them are to go down to Duna's surface. One of them is to detour over to Ike, which is the moon of Duna, and land in order to repair a refuel vessel that fucked up. And the satellite, I have no idea. I can't remember what that's for. I'm sure we'll figure it out once we get there. Okay. Here we go. 7... Auto warp cancelled? Why? Burn time 3 minutes and 7 days. Auto warp cancel. Oh, it's the alarm. I've approached the alarm for the transfer. There we go. Oh, okay. So why wait 7 days for this one? Can these ones do it more efficiently? I've already saved it if I make a mistake. Yeah, well, yeah, I haven't seen Axolotl in a while. Hope he's okay. Oh wow, congratulations, Laxki. You passed your bachelor's in engineering. Nice! Well done, Laxki. Well done indeed. Congratulations. That's cool. Well done. Initiating... Oh, good grief. Hold on. Up the gimbal strength, down the thrust. Start a heavy burn. Damn. No, don't fuck with it. Just let it burn. Well done, Laxki. Okay, so we are now increasing our speed. Note the blue line over there, just as we were doing with the orbit of the planet. We're increasing our altitude to go and meet Duna, who is currently over there, but by the time we get there, we'll be there. And then hopefully we should intercept her gravity well, and then we should be able to slow down and meet her. Him, I guess. God of War, Mars. Greek, right? A Greek god that the Romans pilfered, is that correct? Yeah, but is it one of Rome had a habit of taking other people's gods, notably the Greeks. They do that. They took a lot of shit. Was it originally a Greek god? Ares was the Greek version. Ah. There we go. Yes, Rome was a very simple, patriarchal society. Crude and uncomplicated. They had a habit of just going, ooh, what are these fancy words? We'll have those. They sound sophisticated. And by extension, we'll sound sophisticated. In the meantime, let's have a punch up in the forum. Right, 1 second. Back to the tracking station. Oh wow, really, Laxky? Laxky says it was Kerbal Space Program that got him into studying this particular kind of... got you to study my particular kind of engineering. You love this game to bits, and soon we'll have it to thank for your career. Nice! The Romans sound exactly like the British. Not really. No. Thinking historically, the British were incredibly economy focused, big time. The Romans not so much. Brute military conquests, that sort of thing. Sacking other places, taking their stuff as conquest back to their own. Yeah. Spoils, that would be the... yeah. Whoops. Fuck's sake. What am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still on the tracking station. I need to select an actual target. So, Duna Base Foundation. There we go. Triggered, maybe? No, not really. Just thinking more... trying to think more about the history of Britain versus Rome insofar as how it interacted with its neighbours. No, Rome was very, very brutal, very simple. Generally, when I say Rome, we're talking about a huge amount of time there. But especially early Rome. Whereas Britain was more... it was more like a... it's supposed to be like a cartel, wasn't it? Really. It's more the sense that once you have a powerful navy that can serve as your principal defense force, it's you can pretty much go anywhere in the world. That was the advantage. We were able to use that same defensive measure to extort whatever we... well, not extort, but what's the word? Like set up friendly client kingdoms by just putting favourable positions, going around disrupting other governments, that sort of thing. It wasn't just a case of let's land and pillage this. It was more let's land, overthrow whoever occupies it, put on a British friendly, tribal leader, whatever, Shah, and then control them. Fuck. Oh, no. We okay? Do I have control? It's just in hibernation mode. It's okay. Cool. So like the Romans. No, not really. The Romans, again, the Romans were... early Romans were very, very conquest, steal, loot, pillage. Right. Sorry, what's going on? My nav ball's gone a bit weird. Okay. Maneuvering node? Has it bugged? No, hang on. Weird. Strange. Okay. Select Duna as the... I've got to do this quick, otherwise I fear I'm going to miss the transfer window. Select Duna as the target. Fuck. Let's do it from here. I know, I'm super late for work. I know. Okay, quick. Is it there? There it is. Cool. Doing a very sneaky, quick intercept. Okay, that's wrong. 1 minute. Select the maneuvering node again. Come on. I'll just go from here. Maneuvering node 1. Oops, piss too much. Tone it down. There we go. Right, sweet, lovely. And then we'll come down to... Wait, what am I controlling right now? Which craft is this? This is the foundation for the base. Yes, that's fine. Just go there. Should be good. Right, so how long? That's 2 minutes till the burn. Sweet. Turn to face the node. Lovely. And dial down the thrust. I'm an editor, Conclave, so I edit videos that go up on the YouTube channel. So yeah, I've got to start working on the next bullshittery. I was considering doing a video essay, but that last project that I worked on was particularly long. I need to do something shorter. Okay. There we go. Then quickly switch over to the next one. I thought I did, Mad John. I've made a mistake. I thought I had the next project selected and moved the footage over, but people have corrected me. It turns out that it's supposed to be going to a poll this time. Whoops. So I'll have a look. I'll have a rethink. But I suppose at the same time, I can always put the poll up, and it doesn't stop me just doing some initial scrubbing on this project. If it goes back on the back burner, that's fine. Hang on, I should pay more attention to Duna itself. How are we doing? Where's my trajectory? Come on, there we are. Lovely. Stop, confirm. Quickly to the next. So the final object that needs to be transferred over to Duna. Okay. Hopefully not, Mad John. If I might have to just pick a bunch of simple options and say, can you pick one of these? Something that I've scrubbed before. All right. Thank you, Red Ed. Thank you very much, Red Ed. Yes, indeed, Conclave. So, editing just for the channel, my channel. Yeah, it takes a long time. Okay. So is it Jeff that I haven't maneuvered? No, that's the other Jeff. Jeff Enhanced. Is Jeff not going? Yeah, it's Jeff. Okay, maneuver Jeff. Hi there, Ninja. Welcome indeed. All right. Yeah, I'd rather not go into the topic about Kerbal Space Program 2 right now, but in short, Kerbal Space Program 1 was a labour of love from one person that eventually turned into a small team. It's not that anymore due to some horrible, horrible shady shit that has taken place behind the scenes. It's effectively been wrestled from people looking to do it as a labour of love and put into the hands of an extremely slimy company. So maybe it'll be good. Maybe. I rather doubt it. Okay. Can I elaborate on the shady part? Selling the rights to another company who, if I'm correct, I can't remember, sorry. Did they then make another company which got shut down because all of its developers were poached through LinkedIn? Is that like poached through LinkedIn? Another company did a sort of brutal acquisition. Now it's in the hands of a company that's really renowned for being incredibly slimy. I can't remember the name. Is it Take-Two or someone else? Thank you, Panic. Thank you very much, Panic. Okay, 15-second burn in when? Although I feel that that part isn't as important. It's more the context of Kerbal Space Program 1 that's important. It's this wonderful success story of one guy who wanted to go off and leave his marketing company in Mexico to go and make a computer game that he had a passion that he wanted to show. And that marketing company turned around and said, "Don't leave, we'll pay you to make it in-house," apparently, as the story goes. And so he did. Kerbal is the result of someone's passion. You can tell, can't you? It's a cracking game. Thank you, Palm Top. Thank you very much, Palm Top. Yeah, sorry, is it Squad that's the marketing company, or was that the name? Is that a different... I think it might be. It's a literal advertising agency or something. It's not a game developer. In Mexico. Right? Is that Squad? Or is Squad the name of the company that he made working under that company? Okay, that's true. My current stage is out of fuel, isn't it? Can I transfer it up here? No. Piss. Maybe I should just jettison it. Hey, sausage. Can I turn these down all the way down? 10, 10, 10. Okay. Quick save. Five hours until the burn. A really function. Oh, cool. Good to know. Thank you. Sorry, why is she making silly noises? What are you doing, Sweet Pea? Making silly noises. She's trying to get comfortable. Right. Keep hearing weird snorting. Here we go. Getting ready to change engines. Okay. Hi there, Somber Vortex. Welcome indeed. Welcome. Wait, Jinx. Oh, shit. Fuck. Hang on. There we go. Cool. Sorry, just got to focus on this for a second. Jinx says Private Division is the distributor of the future Kerbal Space Program 2, but the developer is Intercept Games. Private Division being the subsidiary of Take-Two. So which one was the company that got sniped on LinkedIn? Star Theory, was that the name? Dark Shadow? Ah, so wait, so did Squad sell it to Star Theory? And then Take-Two basically assassinated them with poaching all their people off LinkedIn? Is that what happened? There we... Oh, fuck, damn. No, it should be fine. Yeah. It's fucking slimy, holy shit. Okay. Okay, sweet. Lovely. So, there we go. We now have 3 objects on their way to Duna. So, if you'll forgive me, folks, it's probably a good place to leave it there. So, Duna should have 3 things that need to slow down on the next stream. So, they'll slow down. 2 of them will enter a low Duna orbit, and 1 of them will go straight to Ike. It will probably be wise to prioritize the one that's going to Ike. What's this one going to? This one's going to Duna. So, it's probably wise to send the one going to Ike down there first. For then, it can hopefully repair Jeff, refuel the space plane, and then the space plane can go and... What is the space plane doing? The space plane is going to go back to Duna with Jeb, with all 3 Kerbals, with Jeb, Daffler, and Bill. But where is it going? We need Jeb to go down to the international space, the Ike space station, which is in orbit around Duna, confusingly, because I need him to operate the resource scanning device to see if there are any resources on top of that mountain that we're landing on. Lots of shit going on. Okay, for now, if you'll forgive me, folks, I'm going to piss off and get to work on this bullshittery then, although I need to do a post up on Patreon or to the Twitch subscribers on Discord. Basically, going through the projects that I've got and asking for some opinions then. So, yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching. What is this animal doing? What do you want? What do you want? Facehugger. Yes, I love you too. Yeah. Do you want a treat? What's this? Whoa. Treat? She's a happy girl. So yes, I'm going to piss off and get to work on the editing front. So thank you again, folks. Have a lovely afternoon. I hope you enjoy your week, and I hope it goes very smoothly. Let me just have a look here and see who's doing what. One moment. So... So ZF... Okay, Yuki's on. He's doing a bit of Minecraft at the minute. I'll hand you over to ZF Yuki. So he's digging around, doing his thing, eating some bread, and mining stuff. Okay, I'll leave you in ZF Yuki's presence. So thank you again, everyone. Have a lovely afternoon. See you again soon.